Welcome to the Bot Signal, your home for news and views about messenger chatbots. How to write a great welcome mat for your bot. Now, what am I talking about with this welcome mat? The welcome mat is any intro sequence that you have that is leading people into the bot. Maybe you've got a reminder bot for your live stream. Maybe you've got a goal setting bot for the Facebook group that you have. Whatever kind of bot you have, you probably have several places where people can get in and subscribe. This is what I'm talking about with the welcome mat. And why do you care that the welcome mat is great? Well, first impressions are everything, right? You want to let people know who the bot is, what it does, what you can do within the confines of the bot. You want a really good introduction. Some people have already been exposed to messenger bots, but you've got to remember that a lot of your crowd may never have seen one of these at all. So important to make a good first impression for you and for your brand. And I've got 6 tools coming up that will show you how. Okay, first tool right here. Who is your bot? What personality does it have? Listen, you don't want to be one of those bots that people are thinking is actually talking to a human, because that really, when they figure out they're not talking to a human, it pretty much dashes their expectations. You've ruined the chance at a connection there. So you want to explain right off that this is a chatbot. It's not a person. This chatbot has a name and hopefully a photo as well, a little image. And honestly, the image that goes with your bot, a lot of people think, oh, it has to be a robot. How am I going to get a picture of a robot? I can't draw, all of those things. Listen, the photo image of the personality of my chatbot, its name is Spinning Dragon. It's a little ninja in a little zip up blue ninja suit. It is the cutest little thing you've ever seen. And the photo, the image that goes with my bot is not a robot at all. You do not have to use a robot. You can totally design one if you wish, but that is optional. Use whatever character you want and you feel that represents your brand, but give it a name, give it a little personality, and tell people it's a chatbot. You won't be sorry. Tool number 2, what does your bot do? Now, if you're like me, probably many, many things, but what I'm asking here is for a 5-word value proposition for the main, most important thing that your bot does. Why 5 words? You want to communicate value in a real simple way, and you want to do it quickly. Most people are tuned into the WIIFM. What's in it for me? Those are the station call letters, and they want to know. They want to know upfront. I've found great results from putting the value proposition, making it start with a verb, putting it right up front. For instance, Black Belt Bot. The Spinning Dragon is the Black Belt Bot, and she will tell you that she's here to help teach you more about messenger bots. Main verb there is teach. Now, there are about 10 other things you can do inside my chatbot, but I wanted to put that main value proposition first. And then I do follow up with, there are other things you can do with this bot. You know, you can subscribe to my live shows. You can do this, you can do this. You can take a little free mini course if you want to. All of that's in there. But I want you to go ahead and put that main value proposition, put it first. If you end up with 7 words, okay, but aim for 5, and that will absolutely treat you well. It will let people know up front what your bot's all about. Listen, if people read that main value proposition, they go, not for me, then unsubscription is a gift. When people choose to unsubscribe, that means that that's one less person to focus your energy on. You're only going to be focusing on the people who want to have a conversation about what your main value proposition is. So make it short and sweet. Put it right up front there. Put the long explanation afterwards if you want to. And that will lead us to our very next point. Now, this tool is a little bit optional. Maybe at first you won't have enough content in your bot to make this happen. But think about this, incubate this idea as you're building your bot. I like to make the entrance into my bot a choose your own adventure. I like to let people know what's available in there. And I like to give them a little pathway to go down that they can then kind of choose. Do they want more information about this? Do they want to subscribe to some live streams? Do they want to join my community? I want to be able to kind of give them some options as to how they want to interact with the bot. You may not have enough content at first, but what this does is it just gives people, this is the first marketing tool that I've ever run across that allows people to choose their own adventures. Yes, email, you can choose to be on this list, but off this list. And that's really complicated though, isn't it? I like to provide a little choose your own adventure. So here's an example. In my bot, you can subscribe to live streams. You can take the 7-day free mini course on bots. If you're just starting out, you can join my community. You can also connect with me, which I'll talk about on another show, having ways for people to connect with you that are ever present. Persistent is a good word for that as well. But there's a lot of things that you can do. So in the beginning, when people are subscribing, whether they're subscribing through a comment tool or they're subscribing through just sending me a message on Facebook or sending my Facebook page a message on Facebook, whatever the subscription, I like to present them with a choice about what kind of information they want to receive and what road they want to go down. It's really important. Giving people a sense of choice makes this much more, it makes it seem like not a marketing tool at all. It makes it seem much more like an education tool and a connection tool. I'd rather not market. I have had a business for a while now. I've done all my own marketing this entire time, and I would like to hang my marketing hat up. I'd like to educate. I'd like to connect. I'd like to give people some value. And if they get something out of that and they feel they want my expertise, fantastic. We can talk about it. But I'd rather not market anymore. And this choose your own adventure style of bot makes that possible. These last 3 tools are also things you want to include. Give them an opportunity to ask you a question. Ask an open-ended question that you can come back to later. This will give people value immediately inside your bot, which is exactly what you want. Give them an opportunity to ask a question if you possibly can. Also, follow up with that GDPR consent. You never know who could be a citizen of the EU. Let's just give that sort of respect to everybody. Ask them if you have consent to use their publicly available information just inside the bot. Also, give them an opportunity to unsubscribe. If you ever want to stop getting these messages, just hit stop. It is vital to provide people choices and opportunities to go their own way in your bot. Thanks for listening today. You can find full episodes of The Bot Signal on your favorite podcast player. And if you have the Anchor app, stop in, ask me a question, leave me a voice message, and I'll include it on my next show. If you're completely new to bots and you don't know what's going on there, visit me at checkoutmybot.com. Start a conversation with me. Take my free mini course. It's all available. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in a bot.
The podcast you just heard was published with Anchor. Got something you want to say to the creator of this show? Send them a voice message using the Anchor app, free for iOS and Android.